Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly intuitive tarot and oracle card reading. This is for those with Aries sun, moon, or rising, or if you just have a lot of planets in the sign of Aries. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate 100% for you. You can check out your other signs for a more comprehensive overview of this month's potentials. Also, sometimes it can make more sense to you when you come back and watch again later in the month. So do keep the parts that make sense for you and leave the rest for whoever it may be intended for. This is done for the month of May 2021, but I believe if you've been guided to this reading outside of that time frame, then there may be something here that's pertinent information that you need to know. So please be sure to like this video, subscribe, click the notification bell, and also comment below to let me know which parts resonate with you the most. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and support. So now let's get to it. I have already meditated on the cards, so just give me a minute to shuffle and connect with your energies for this month. Okay, let's get started with the astrology for the month. So astrologically, it's a very eventful month ahead with many changes, but it is going to be a healthy and prosperous time. There's a lunar eclipse occurring in your 9th house and affects Jupiter because Jupiter is the ruler of your 9th house. So if you're a college student or you're applying to colleges, this could show up as changes in schools or your education plans. You're likely still in a yearly financial peak until the 21st, so earnings should remain good. I think that single Aries could potentially find love or romantic opportunities this month as you pursue your financial goals. That's where it's going to show up. Or with people involved in your finances. And until the 9th of the month, this energy is the strongest. But anyway, let's see what the cards have to say. So the first week of May, you're starting off with the Knight of Cups reversed. So this represents someone very moody, typically a jerk kind of person. This could be you, or this could be someone in your life. If it's not you, this could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it definitely involves the emotions. I don't think this is you. Possible time frame for this, though, is summer, so July, August, September, if it's not this week or this month. But this is water energy, so it's very mysterious. If this card does represent you, then you're being guided to look at yourself and how you're acting. If this is someone else, which I think it is, then you need to realize that this person may be acting from their emotions rather than from any form of logic. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that, I'm coughing. Okay, so the Knight of Cups reversed can indicate a situation which was incredibly appealing initially, could be romantic, exciting, but later turns out to be something very different, where you end up walking away feeling disappointed or kind of scratching your head and wondering what the hell just happened. It's like someone didn't show you who they really were, and you had like a completely different idea or image of them, but they turned out to be really moody or jealous or very reactionary, ruled by their emotions in a kind of unstable way. This could be a younger male, as in younger than you, but not necessarily. This could also be female with strong masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be gender specific. Let's see what's clarifying this. Okay, you've got skunk spirit, and this is saying know your worth. Now this is 54, which reduces to a 9 in numerology, which represents nearing completion. So I think you're definitely aware that this isn't or wasn't a healthy situation, and you're almost fully come to terms with this, and you're kind of acknowledging your worth now, and that this situation isn't something you want to continue with. And this is your reminder to be proud of who you are. not everyone is going to share your values, but you can walk with your head held high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others will feel your authenticity and they'll be inspired by it. And this encourages attracting the right kind of people to you, so you avoid this a little more in the future. Now, you do have much to be proud of, and when skunk spirit shows up, it's reminding you, it's wanting you to be your best self, the true you. The night energy is not conducive to that, and not where this type of energy can happen. Now, the second week of May, you have Seven of Wands reversed. Now, this represents weak boundaries or giving up. 7 is the number of discovery. So you're definitely coming to some kind of conclusion related to your boundaries or a situation you've been pursuing. This could involve an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it's likely you. Definitely involves some kind of inspiration that makes something clear, or becoming clearer, getting more clarity about something. Time frame for this is spring, so likely now or over the course of the next couple of months. This is fire energy though, so it's very warm or heated even. This could be that you've taken on too many commitments and you're now looking for an opportunity to focus your attention on only, 1 or 2 things and doing them well. Because reverse, this is spreading yourself too thin, too many things going on. Maybe this overdoing it stems from trying to prove yourself. If that's the case, it's time to put that energy into building your self-esteem and confidence and having faith that you can achieve what you set out to without running yourself ragged or splintering your energy, too many different directions. This could be maybe someone's giving you their opinion about something and you didn't ask for it, so you're just kind of wanting them to stay out of it. I want you to make sure that you're standing up for yourself, and that needs to be more important to you than being liked or accepted. If it causes you to lose yourself, then all this doing isn't healthy, right? It could be time to just leave something behind and move on. This is likely a project, could be a job, some kind of unhealthy environment. But this can sometimes represent being unprepared. So if that resonates for you, then, this is the nudge you need. But this is kind of your reminder. Build your confidence, your courage, your conviction, because I feel that's lacking now. And showing up in whatever this circumstance or situation is this week, you need to really look at the bigger picture of your goals when you're feeling overwhelmed by challenges or responsibilities. Let's see what's clarifying this. We've got Dragonfly Spirit reversed. This is 22, which reduces to a 4, which is the number of manifestation. But reversed, this is feeling separated from source. And that's why you feel overwhelmed right now. But Spirit is trying to show you signs, but I think you've felt so alone that maybe you've convinced yourself that there is no help from Spirit available to you. This reversed is like spiritual amnesia, okay? Forgetting your connection to the living, loving, supportive universe. Now, what you've experienced all has a greater purpose, everything up to this point in your life, and this is trying to help you see it and remind you of it, that Spirit does have your back. And, love is available to you, but you have to notice the signs and the serendipity of it, which you're not really tuned into at the moment. You got to ask yourself, do you really think the world of the senses is all there is? When you reconnect, when you tune in, you know better than that. So this is your reminder to reconnect to this aspect of yourself. Third week of May, you have the Ace of Wands reversed. Now this is being incapable of getting something done, but because of obstacles or delays. Now 1 is the number of new beginnings, so maybe you can't do something for a reason, and because it's trying to get you on a new path. I think you're asking yourself what you want in life, or if there's something better suited for you. And really, you know, there's no point working towards a goal if you're not actually motivated or excited to reach it. Again, I think you're being reminded to release yourself from any burdensome responsibilities so that you can free up your time to pursue your actual passions. If you're already doing something you're passionate about, then this can indicate frustrating delays that are getting in the way of you being able to progress with the project or your ideas. It could be that you have an amazing idea, but you haven't found the right outlet for it yet. I think you're probably having difficulty clearly defining what it is exactly that you want. So it may be time to really hunker down and get really laser focused on figuring out what that is now. Now this is clarified by Butterfly Spirit reversed. 11 reduces to a 2, which is the number of partnership. So I think you've got two very similar cards here, partnering with Spirit, and they're both reversed. So this is a strong indicator of something you need to be focusing on to help with what's going on here. This is a reminder that change is the only true constant. And when you resist it, you create a tension within you by refusing what may be inevitable, right? Just causes unnecessary discomfort. Could be to do with the changes you know you need to make up here with the wand. But this is very similar to the Dragonfly Spirit reverse in that you seem to have forgotten the beauty and joy of life as, you know, it moves through its seasons. And that's just as nature dictates it to be. You can struggle with the current conditions if you want, you know, refusing to surrender and see things through the lens of lack or loss, or you can surrender to the grace that's calling you to allow life to take its course, moving through the sadness and the disappointment. But surrender will soften you. It's inviting you to bask in gratitude and see through the lens of curiosity. And these are really the keys to tuning into the infinite potential available to you now. I really think you're on the brink of discovering beauty and delight because of this realization, which is going to create an openness and a softening now if you pay attention. But just remember that transformation doesn't have to be as traumatic or dramatic as you think or as things may seem to be right now. So don't let that scare you from allowing this change. Now the 4th week of May, Ace of Swords. This is mental clarity and success. So this is great. Really looks that by the end of the month, you're really integrating all this knowledge you've been collecting in these first few weeks. This is 1 again, so new beginning, but now I think it's by your own choice, made with wisdom, this wisdom that you're reconnecting to. Now, this is great power. Ace of Swords is very powerful, even excessive at times, so make sure to keep balance. It could be, you know, you've been through this and suddenly gung-ho, but just slow your roll just a little bit. But this is power in furthering something, but not at complete 100% clarity yet. Getting there though, could be 99%, but your heart, your mind, and your will are strong now. But don't reach for this sword until you're 100% certain where to direct it. This is signifying a breakthrough, a light bulb moment where you suddenly reach a conscious understanding of something, and I think mental reasoning reaches a peak. So achievement of goals will suddenly become a lot easier. This is a very good time to act, and once you set your mind to accomplishing a goal, now is a time where you can actually achieve it. There's been a lot of obstacles up until this point. So this Ace of Swords is also encouraging you to seek out the truth of a matter and find justice in some cases. If that resonates for you, that's just came to me. But you may have a clearer vision of an idea now that you're really willing to go to bat for, right? Or you may be fired up about something you're really passionate about. Could be something to do with human rights, related to the environment, or some kind of personal beliefs. related to animal rights or, you know, veganism, something like that. If for some reason there's any kind of challenging situation that comes up now, I do think you're, excuse me, ready to face it and deal with it. You have your sword and you have the strength to overcome it now. Now this is clarified by Dolphin Spirit. This is good that we have 2 upright cards here as well at the end of the month. So this is 20, which reduces to a 2, which is the number of partnership again. So I think someone's going to be along on this ride with you this month. But this is about duality, right? This and that are true. The duality of life is present even when you may feel you're suffering, right? There's always blessings within the suffering. And you just have to look, right? Because that's in the midst of, you know, any situation like that is when the helpers appear. So there's still that form of duality. You know, there's always a silver lining, and I think you find it at the end of the month. You know, when you look back on life, on things that have happened, you can usually see that a situation was both, you know, this and that. And a choice led to pros and cons, or some joy and some sorrow. There's always an aspect of, you know, bittersweetness in many choices we have to make. But I want you to focus on the positive. You know, light always exists alongside the darkness. And you're being asked to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun, you know, as you dive in and out of this and then that, you know, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. There will always be ups and downs, you know, peaks and valleys. It simply means that you're alive, and that is something to be celebrated. You know, you're at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move toward the new self you're becoming. And this is an all new feeling this week for you, I think, or something you're just becoming aware of. Aspects of both selves are present. So even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you're required to find solace even in this time of limbo, right? In this in-between time. But now's not the time to choose one over another either, but rather to accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. You know, even in matters of the heart, duality is present. And I think you're coming to that realization now, or coming to terms with that now, awakening to that, acknowledging that. I think things of these first 3 weeks are really going to affect you, sink in, a real opening for you in this last week of the month. Okay, Aries, so that's what I have for you for the month of May 2021. I really hope this was helpful to you in some way. Please let me know by liking this video if it was. Thank you so much again, and I will be back next month with your June readings. Take care. Bye.